But right now, we don't need graphics magic to recognise my next guest. It is the Strictly icon himself, Mr. Craig Revel Horwood!
Hello.
Nugget!
Oh, thank you, darling.
Understated
Well,
outfit.
I wanted to blend in, darling. I did not want to be seen.
You're blending, let me tell you.
What have they got at that show,
Is that
darling?
Craig or a
glitter.
cushion? I don't know. I just don't know. Craig, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You too, and welcome back,
Thank
my
you.
love.
It's lovely to be back, and I can't believe we've already passed the halfway point.
I know.
It has been such a year, but we've lost people along the way, as we know on the Strictly journey. Of the ones we've lost, who do you think maybe had a lot more to give?
Well, I really would love to have seen a little bit more of Caroline, only because she's such a beautiful dancer. I mean, she put her heart and soul into it. She was absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful feet, beautiful legs, a delicious développé, darling. She had a lot to give. The acting behind all her dancing, I thought, was absolutely sensational too. I mean, obviously, this year, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They're all really, really good. And the competition is stiff, you know, so anyone could land in the bottom two. And then, of course, to wave the dance flag, it's up to us to decide who goes through. And, of course, you can't just go on your emotion. You have to go on technique as well. So
absolutely. I mean, we have got 7 celebrities left as it stands at the moment. Who's surprising you more as the weeks go on out of the ones still here?
Well, from the very beginning, it has to be Bill.
Yes!
I mean, I could not believe him the first time we saw him. Then I thought, that's going to be a fluke, you know, and then the next week it won't be so good because he had a few more weeks to practice the first dance.
Yeah.
And then he came back and blew us all away. I mean, he's just been surprising, a real dark horse. I know he's completely and utterly committed to every dance that he does, and I totally love that.
I think he's really surprised a lot of people. I think a lot of people thought Bill might be there for, and I hate to say it, comedic value, you know, be the comedian and have some fun with it.
To laugh at,
he's
darling.
fantastic.
The nation love that, don't they?
But
humiliation.
You know what? We love a surprise even more. We love a surprise even more.
Oh, he was just brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and continues to be. So I look forward now to every single week of seeing him, and that's something special.
I really, really do. Talking about routines, what routine has really stuck out for you this series?
Well, it's one of my favourite dancers, actually. It's the Argentine tango. And I haven't seen anyone like Ranveer do it the way she did, footwork-wise.
Ranveer and Gio?
Yeah, I could not believe how clean, how tidy, how precise her footwork was. We've never had that. And I always make allowances for people never getting the footwork because it's quite impossible. It's a real difficult dance, yeah. It's a very difficult dance, and it's not a dance that all the pros have trained in either, because that's not part of their curriculum. No. So, and she did all the passes beautifully. Her feet were lovely and together and passing through, and her weight changes were absolutely fantastic. And I did actually, after the show, I commended her on it because I was blown away by it.
It was a fantastic routine.
Yeah,
it really was. Got a lot of people talking, doing it. Oh yeah. Let's talk about. Now, listen, this is a nice show, Craig. You know, we like keep it light on It Takes Two.
Yes, that's right.
However, I've got you once, and I'm going to keep you here. I want a bit of gossip. Yeah. So, out of the remaining ones, who do you think is maybe slightly struggling, but you know we can get more out of?
Well, that's sort of a difficult one. I would probably think Clara.
Clara?
Yeah, only because she has had good weeks and bad weeks. Some people are great at all the dances, some people are great at just some of them. Not everyone is going to have a dance that suits them. Her Charleston was exceptional.
Beautiful.
I thought the choreography for that was amazing. She danced it absolutely brilliantly. It suits her body type, it suits her emotionally, it suits her performance level of skill. And sadly, when she went on the following week to do the samba, it just wasn't so great. I mean, it's just one of those dancers that was difficult, I think, for her to get.
Yeah.
Some people magically get it, some people just don't.
I just think it shows, though, that the whole format of this show, that someone one week can be top of the leaderboard, the next week right down at the bottom.
Completely, and the audience can do that to you as well. You could be at the top of the leaderboard, and it's the audience who have 50% of the vote that then, you know, put you into the bottom two, and it's up to us to then decide. And that's happened before on the show. We've had to choose between two really great couples.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Anne Widdecombe goes through, you know.
I'm not getting involved, all right?
I'm
not getting
just
involved.
saying, darling.
Talking about Clara with the samba, obviously, what is the dance that you think, on average, sort of over the years that this show's been on, that you think celebrities really struggle with the most?
I think definitely for the celebrity men, the rumba.
The rumba.
And even the women. I think because it's so slow and you have to be on balance a lot more, you can't just fumble your way through it. And because of the slowness of it, you can see every bit of technique that they have or don't have. You know, and I think that's the difficult thing. And telling the story, you know, the dance of love, it can be, I've seen people try and do it and they're like either really over the top or underplaying, you know, the emotional side
It's about
of it.
finding that middle ground.
Yeah, of course it is. But Kelvin, I mean, the last one we saw, of course, was Kelvin.
Of course it was, Kelvin and
that
Lucy.
was shocking and amazing too, because he's a big guy. And normally, you know, you want someone sort of a little leaner to do that sort of dance, you know, but he was amazing.
He was brilliant.
I'm hoping we get to see a fantastic one.
Right, that's what you're looking out for, celebs. You know, this is what you need to do. Craig, I could talk to you all night, but we've run out of time.
Oh,
I know.
what?
I'm absolutely
I'll get rid
gutted.
of all the other guests. I'm far
Darling.
more interested.
You are indeed, Craig.
I'm
You're
not.
back tomorrow night.
Fabulous,
Of course
darling.
you are. With lovely Motzi's back tomorrow night, you
Oh,
and
thank
Shirley,
goodness,
which is going to
yeah.
be great. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Craig Revel Horwood. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, beautiful.
Love you lots.